Hello, I'm Kamla. My guest today is Rina Shaikh-Lesko. She's a science writer. And what does a science writer do, Rina?
Science writers translate the world of science for everyone else, I think.
But science is such a vast field.
It is, and that is why it's such a challenging and amazing job, because there's so much interesting science happening right now. And some of it is really compelling.
Tell me something that's compelling and that's keeping you awake at nights these days.
Well, I would say understanding how humans are encroaching on natural environments, what used to be remote, and how that is leading to diseases like Ebola and different kinds of new diseases. One theory is that the reason why there are so many new diseases is because humans are now venturing into areas that they hadn't for centuries.
For example, what areas are we talking about? Which continent?
Well, Africa comes to mind. That is one. I mentioned Ebola as an example. And so there are theories that Ebola has been floating around, in a natural environment as simply part of the environment. And it wasn't until humans actually went in and somehow contracted it through primates. And I don't think they entirely understand exactly how that happened. It's still something, it's a story that scientists are still trying to understand. They're getting better and better, and they're filling in more and more of those gaps. Another one is Zika virus. It had floated in, I believe it was, I know I'm going to get it wrong. Had floated in parts of the African forest. I am going to forget exactly which country. And we have known about it since the mid-50s. But the numbers had been so tiny because it had stayed in that area. Eventually it spread because mosquitoes kind of moved it out, and humans got it more and more. And then it had spread through Asia, and then across the Pacific, and then to South America. And now it's here in the US. So over decades it's moved. And it has to do with the fact that people kind of ventured into this area where it was, living among other animals, and now it's part of the human world, much more so.
So Rina, we're going to be talking more about science writing and what keeps you awake at nights. Join me for a longer conversation with Rina Shaikh-Lesko, who's a science writer from the San Francisco Bay Area. If you missed any of our shows, you can watch them on our YouTube channel, or you can go to our website, kamlashow.com, where you can find all our interviews. Until next time, goodbye.